What up, though? Welcome to the TAGT show. I'm your host, Mr. Slate, and I want to thank you for tuning in for WFLNT Radio, channel 810.5. That's right, y'all. It's about that time for some headline news. I want you to sit back, grab you a glass of wine or a sip of cognac, and relax. You had a long, hard day, and there's a lot going on out here, so let's get into it. What up, though? Today is April 7th, 2020. It's 11:20 a.m. Here in California, y'all. It is a beautiful day out here, of course. We're sitting waiting on the load going up to Reno, Nevada. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the TAGT show, WFLNT Radio, channel 810.5. I'm your host, Mr. Slate. I want to have you guys hit the like button. I want to have you review, hit the stars, hit the bells, hit the whistles, whatever, to support the podcast, y'all. Y'all can contact us. Email Mr. Slate 810 at gmail.com. That's Mr. Slate 810 at gmail.com. You can hit the hotline 810-553-6592. That's 810-553-6592. Of course, you can reach us on Facebook at the TAGT show. Of course, that's the TAGT show. Also hit us on Twitter at Mr. Slate 810. That's at Mr. Slate 810. And you can find us on Facebook as well. That's an underscore between Mr. Slate 810, Mr. underscore Slate 810 for Twitter, y'all. So hold up. I hope you guys out there are doing your research and feeling good about, protecting your family and you guys are prepared. You got everything. You're not out spending crazy, because those stimulus checks are coming, y'all. They're coming. They are on the way. The Treasury Department and the IRS said last week that stimulus checks will be distributed in the next 3 weeks, y'all. So most of us will get direct deposit. So you're looking at a family of 4. They're looking at like $3,400, depending on the income of that family. So that's a pretty nice piece of change that you can get, man. What do y'all plan on doing with this money? Do you plan on saving it, using it to buy essentials if you don't have it, or do you plan on helping someone else? Well, they have a like a 1, 2, 3, 4 stimulus check recommendation how you should use it depending on your situation. James Schenk, Fox Business, published April 7th, 2020, which is today, y'all. He says, number 1, if you are still working but don't have a 3-month emergency fund, that is critical, y'all. We should already know this. You should have a 3-month emergency fund. That's in case something happens. You can't work for any reason. You got laid off, or like in situations like this, 3-month emergency fund, that's all of your bills each month. You should have that sitting to the side and saving. We need to do a better job on that, y'all, because these are critical times, So save your stimulus check. If you are still working and you don't have that 3-month emergency fund, you should save your stimulus check. Now is the time to stop unnecessary spending, period. We got to build those emergency funds up, because when times get hard, man, we got to have that money sitting on the side to where we can access it and we can make it through whatever we're going through. Number 2 is, if you are still working and already have your 3-month emergency bill, you want to spend. You want to get your essentials. You can find great deals on things that you could use. You want to support your small businesses in your community. So you want to do that to help stimulate the economy. So spend with the small businesses. If you have small businesses that are open, like restaurants or anything like that, and you got your 3 month set aside and you're doing pretty well, go and support your local small businesses. Go help them out, because they are really hurting right now. So you want to go help them out. Go, pick up some food and bring it back to the family, just to stimulate your community, your economy in your community. If you're out of work, you want to use that stimulus check. This is number 3. If you're out of work, you want to use that stimulus check to cover basic essentials to help you live over the next few months. So it is imperative, if you are out of work, you don't have any money saved up, you're living check to check, and we don't know what to expect. So it's a pretty good idea to just kind of sit on your money. Sit on your money, sit back, just buy the bare essentials that's needed. You shouldn't be going out shopping and eating out, and you should be going to the grocery store, finding what you can find, non-perishables, putting them aside, and eating your perishables, cooking and things like that. Because when it all comes down, if it gets real bad where everything is closed down and nobody can get to any food, you don't have any money and you don't have any food, you're going to be in really bad shape. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. Number 4, defer loans. If you can make all of your monthly payments, you can now defer payments on federal student loans, and many lenders are allowing borrowers to skip payments on mortgages, car loans, credit cards, and other debt. So you want to defer loans if you can make all of your monthly payments, or any type of loan that you may have. You might want to kind of defer that. But if you're sitting really good, just go ahead and pay it, because it's going to come back around. I know most mortgages and car loans are putting payments on the back of the agreement, which helps out. I'm not going to call a name. I'm with a bank, man, and I really don't use that account. They hit me with a overdraft fee because I forgot to take something off of there, like that withdrawals monthly out of that account, and I thought I got everything and I didn't. So I kind of I left like $50 in there, and it hit and it threw me off, and they still charged me the overdraft fee. So I'm waiting to see if I can get that refunded. But you would think in these times that there would be no overdraft fees. But I guess if you don't say nothing, they gonna go for it. So I'm waiting to hear back from them to see what's going on with that, because I don't never use that account. I don't use it for anything. That's why nothing was in there. So, but be careful with that, y'all. Y'all definitely don't want to rack that up, because when things get back to normal, you don't want to have to be dealing with that extra crap, that extra headache. Use this time at home to assess your financial situation. So this is number 5. You want to sit back. The time, like I told y'all, don't spend your time at home to just watch Netflix and just eat and get swole and out of shape, y'all. Like, this is the time you should be really educating yourself and researching things, and setting up a game plan for your finances. And if you're home with your family on a daily basis, man, take advantage of that. Have a night where you all sit down and discuss current events and just kind of get that bonding together. You don't want to just be, somebody's playing a video game, somebody's in their room watching Netflix, the other person is downstairs watching Netflix, and somebody else is over here reading a book. No, come together, man, conversate, man, and spend that time. You don't have to do it the whole day, but just at least a little bit, something. So yeah, those are just a few things y'all may want to consider. Everybody has their own way of doing things, of course, but you definitely want to keep in mind that when those checks comes, you definitely want to be smart. You want to be smart and use that money wisely. Like, don't just go, just mess it off. So, Axios News. This was published April 7, 2020. Jonathan Swan and Margaret Tlaib. It looks as though that this coronavirus was brought to the Trump administration in late January, and it fell upon deaf ears. It looks as though that Peter Navarro put out a memo warning the administration in late January that this novel coronavirus could take more than 500,000 American lives and cost close to $6 trillion, according to this memo. So this is coming out by late February. Navarro was even more alarmed, and he warned his colleagues in other memos that up to 2 million Americans could die of the virus. So this Peter Navarro guy saw this coming, and he put out memos to his colleagues in the White House to warn them of this virus, and it fell upon deaf ears. And this is why I say, man, this is something I feel that was deliberately it happened. Someone planned this. I don't care what nobody say. That's just my opinion, and I honestly believe that, and I am going to stand on that. I'm going to stand on that. So check that out, y'all. Check that out in the Axios, and let me know what you think later on. Looks like ABC News by Morgan Windsor and Emily Shapiro, April 7, 2020 at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This coronavirus is taking more people out. You guys, it's taking more people out. Global pandemic of the coronavirus has now killed at least 11,851 people in the United States alone. This is in our country alone. The U.S. has more cases than any other country, with over 378,000 people diagnosed with COVID-19, the disease caused by the new respiratory virus, according to data compiled by the Center for System Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. Worldwide, we're looking at 1.38 million that's been diagnosed, and at least 79,000 or more have died. And this is since December. So it's not slowing down. Hopefully we are getting to the peak, but as it looks, it just keep going up. Like I always say, I don't really trust the numbers, and we would never fully really know. These numbers, I feel, are kind of blew up a little bit, but we'll never know. I just don't understand how we don't have enough sufficient test kits, but we're coming up with these numbers. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot of things that are not adding up for me. But like I said, don't take my word for it. You do your own research. Everybody has differences of opinions and everything. This is a light show today, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get some shout outs. I want to shout out to my brother, my cousin, my homie, my ace, D Dice in Cheyenne, Wyoming, man. Thank you for listening, cuz, man. Thank you for your encouragement. When he don't get his podcast, he'll send me a text message like, what's up? So, yeah, I appreciate you staying on top of me, man. I was getting things together, man. I was really looking at home defense options and alarm upgrades and, things like that. Other food that I can put inside of the house that has a long shelf life. So there's a lot of things that I'm looking at and reflecting on, so anybody that was expecting or whatever, I apologize, man. Come on, y'all know how it is, man. I apologize, man. Shout out to my mother, Lisa Dyson, Atlanta, Georgia. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the encouragement, and I'm going to keep it pushing. And thank you also